Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, I almost got lost in the music and forgot we had a space to host here. I apologize, y'all. The music, right? The music is so calming and soothing. It's like, man, we might as well just turn this thing to a listening party. Um, but yeah, good morning to the entire ENS Web3 community. I hope you guys had a phenomenal weekend because I certainly had one for the books. Guys, I had a weekend for the books, right? I'm still recovering is how great my weekend was. I had a phenomenal weekend. Got to hang out with some buddies and we just went all around town doing young degen shit, essentially. But with that being said, y'all, we do have a couple updates. We do have some cool things that happened over the weekend and some interesting things that happened over the weekend as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Well, number one is Ethereum. Shout out to Ethereum reclaiming a $215 billion market cap. That is absolutely huge. It shows that we're trending towards the right direction. There could be a pullback. Listen, I don't know, right? I'm just reading to you guys what I'm seeing on Twitter. Another interesting thing here that happened is I thought this was actually pretty cool. Shout out to the emoji guys. Emoji Web 3 got brought for 8.5 WETH. So I thought that was a pretty cool domain that was brought right there. It looks pretty cool as well. So not bad. A $15,000 flip, not bad at all. Shout out to the buyer and seller of that one. And I'm saying you could get really creative with these emojis, right? Because when I never even thought of that until I seen it get sold. I thought that was like one of the coolest things. But let's keep it moving. 066 got brought for 50 ETH earlier in the day, which is absolutely massive. It shows that there's still, a hunger and demand for 3 digits, 4 digits. They're not going anywhere. And I will say this, y'all, the next run, if this next run ever happens, I don't know if the next ENS run is going to be, in 3 weeks, 3 months, or 3 years. But when it does happen, because best believe it will happen, right? I think digits are going to go absolutely parabolic. So stay tuned for that. And last but not least, what I have pinned up top is Vitalik. Shout out to Vitalik Buterin. The dude is talking about stealth addresses for ERC 721s where only the person you were sending the NFT will know that you sent the NFT to them, which I thought kind of, I don't know, defeats the purpose of blockchain just a little bit, where everything's supposed to be transparent, open source, everybody could see. So I thought that was I think it makes sense having a little bit more privacy, but I did think it kind of defeats the purpose of what the blockchain is. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, those are my updates for the day. Good morning to you guys, and I'm going to pass it over to our co-host, Master. Good evening to you. How you doing, man?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, I think today we have a couple of great news, and we also have some great news from the Web2 domains that I just heard. The domain connect.com got sold for 10 million or 15 million something, which is a great number, right? But imagine, that is only for Web2 and Web3. We have more, requirement and need for such kind of the words of connect. And Web2 domain is only for millions of internet companies, and Web3 domains are for all the 7 billion population in this planet who all deserves their own ID. So keep, telling yourself this, and I think it's just a matter of time. And we are getting very close because later this month we are going to see name rapper, and that is going to be a small step for a little step for ENS, but a significant step for a personal ID on the crypto, that we will see the blockchain is really improving or resolving some real problem right now versus the centralized domain system, which is everything under ICANN. So that is something totally different. And recently we also see a lot of different domain suffixes coming out. Like Binance, they have like a .bnb or .bsc, And there's also some project like .bit, .unstoppable, .solana, .tezos, a lot of suffixes, which is very healthy for this market. Each brand or each suffix is their own group, can use their power for their inspiration to make more people to get on board to this game. This game is harsh association. We don't care who bring the new users in, but more or less all the newcomers, they will have the learning skills. They will learn and they will improve. After that, they will know that maybe those .tezos, .solana, .bit, that is not the best choice. They will know that some point in time. But important thing is that the cake is still a little bit small right now. Compared to the 7 billion population, we only have something like 500K, but we still got big mountains to climb. So those new projects are just going to speed up this process, and people will eventually realize that the true value is within the .es, and they will come around sooner or later. And the traditional TLD domains has just gave them such a lesson in the past. I think that regardless of which domain you invest in, eventually you will know that .com only carries the value, but the rest of the domain suffixes maybe will not sell very well. So that is some experience we can use from the Web2 world. But as long as we are already ENS family, we are FRENS, then I think we don't need to educate each other anymore. We know what's the right thing to do. And another tip for you guys is regardless of how the people introduce a new project to you, as long as you hear something like, this is the new version of like .ens. We always hear this is the new version like of Bitcoin. This is a new version of like ENS. It's another Solana. It's another. When you hear something like that, just skip this project. That project has no value, unfortunately. There is only one Bitcoin. There is only one .com. There is only one .es. The next get nothing. The first gets everything. That's the spirit of this game, and you can never duplicate a project and say you are the next .es and you want to sell that good. That doesn't make sense. Forget about it. Stay to whatever have the value to you and to the community. You need to convince yourself at first, then you know what's the right thing to do, and then it's fighting with your own vulnerable parts, whether or not how long you can be super diamond hand and keep it till the decent of a show up. So it's just a matter of time. It's a context, and the upside is yourself. So yeah, so that's how I'm going to tell you guys. I mean, recently we are having a great time. Every news is great news. And one more thing I need to add here is this morning, I saw a perfect news that Brentley just show up. Brentley.is. He is a true legend of ENS. That I started, chatting with him since 2019 when I post my pin Twitter. By that time, we talked a lot. He is the inspiration guy. He is a perfect marketing guy. If I rank all the marketing guy, all the guys that can do the commercial part, he is the number one as always. He brought ENS to this level, to so many people's awareness within the past 2-3 years, while unfortunately, the majority of the teams, they are not very open. They are not very, proactively approach. But Brentley did all the great works, did all the amazing works to make ENS so famous, and ENS even have a DAO and having so perfect roadmap. But after that, we see a lot of other inspired guys, show up to take over Brentley's job, like 260 and like Habibi, Bloom Capital, and even myself. We are taking part of that work. But so happy to see Brentley get survived the appearance. The disappear in the past 6 months. Now he got his Twitter account back, but I see all his past Twitter was removed. It's like a brand new account, but he is no longer muted. He can now speak out, and he has a huge amount of the ENS delegate votes. So yeah, I believe regardless of whether or not he still serves the true name company, he will still represents the best interest of the ENS community. And most importantly, he also carries that Elon Musk .is and he is very actively approaching that crazy man. Try to make it happen someday. Imagine when Elon Musk put Elon Musk.is on his Twitter. Wow, we are all going to have a champagne in the same day, right? So yeah, it's just a matter of time. Let the name wrapper go live first. Let more people be aware that subdomain can be this great and this easy to implement. So let some people just have a trial run of putting some of the subdomains on their good names. Let them try it, let them feel it, let them know these domains are easy to get adopted. This subdomain is easy to get adopted by others, and they can even getting some rental fee. Something like that happens, and BAYC, Doodles, Me6, all the projects with their ENS domains that they can start, putting the subdomains on their project, just like Decentraland does. And once that let those happen first, and then we just do our job, which the majority part is to be patient and wait till that perfect guy to show up. If you haven't, buy your, good names, if your bag is not full yet, maybe, the rest of August may be your best opportunity to do that. Because right after that, when people all getting realized, when the 500K, participating addresses become something like 750 or even 1 million holders, then you get less opportunities. So, every day is a good day. Every news is a good news. Grab your opportunity. Before that, there's still something we can do. Be diligent. Just to try to keep bidding on those offers. All the good domains, good tradings are always purchased by WETH instead of ETH. So keep that in mind and do your job. We do our job, and Kevin do his job, and we'll make sure we see each other in this Twitter space. Any questions you can share. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Master. That was great, man. What the hell happened to Brantley? Why did he get suspended? Or he's like, yeah, guys, I'm back after months. I don't know why he got suspended. That's kind of weird. If do you
Yeah,
know, Matt?
yeah. It's because he is a Catholic, and he posted something about the Catholic theory regarding maybe abandon is illegal and maybe homosexual is not good, something like that. But that posting was by 2017 before he joined ENS, and someone just quoted that of his theory. At the beginning of this year, and people finger pointing at him, saying you are stupid and you are not right. And because of that, even a true name terminated him, and then even Twitter suspended his account, which I think yeah. I cannot share too much about my attitude because there's always people against him and for him. So yeah, that's what exactly happened. But only talking to his contribution to ENS, he should be the top guy. That yeah, he did a great job in the past couple of years, made everything happen. Otherwise, ENS is just a project that handled by couple development.
Well, let's get him on the show. Let's get him on the show. Let's get
Yeah,
Brad.
yeah. But yeah, he has a lot of followers. You need to be more diligently DM him. Otherwise, he is very busy. He is very hot. It's difficult for him unless it's an official Twitter show or something. Maybe you need to try to get to Alicia first. Let Alicia knows him well. They work together. Maybe use some kind of the second or third level connections to get him. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
think it will add a great value to this space if we can make Brantley show even once. That will be a very very valuable day. Yeah.
All right, we'll make it happen. I don't know when, but we'll try to make that happen. Thank you, Master.
Thank you.
Yeah. NFT verse. Good morning, brother. How you doing, man? How was your weekend?
Hey, GM Kev, GM Master, speakers on the panel, GM to the community. Yeah, the weekend was good, Kev. Kicked it off Friday night, had a good time at the happy hour, and rolling into the weekend, was able to get some things done. Was a little productive. I had to get my mind right for the space today. I got to kick back into intellectual mode. Monday through Friday afternoon. So here I am, and I'm going to continue to be professional Monday through Friday. But just kind of touching on some of the things that you had mentioned. Number one, just imagine being able to just hold on for another couple of years, guys, at the pace that this thing is going right now. When we talk about things taking off, Master, in the seat that Master's sitting in right now and that Gary is sitting in right now, it really looks like things are taking off because they've been around, so long and they've been waiting. So imagine us, us newbies here, right, are able to kind of hold out, for a couple of years, manage your portfolio properly, extend out the quality domains that you see that hold a lot of wide range use case and value. If you're able to extend them out, for those couple of years, where could you be? Where will you be? I think that those are the types of things that people need to start thinking about. This thing is fast and furious right now, and it seems like more time, is passing by at a quicker pace. But at the same time, time is time, right? So, waiting for another couple of years, I figure that we'll probably see some huge benefits for the people who are able to stick around here for that long haul. Then that'll have Master almost close to a decade, possibly being in this space, which is huge, right? The other thing is when we talk about stealth, right, Kev, when you mentioned the stealth thing that Vitalik was speaking of, I think that it'll still be on the blockchain. That's just my opinion. I don't know how to work, but just my opinion is I think it'll still be readable and trackable on the blockchain. But I feel like maybe certain institutions can utilize that. Maybe governments. Maybe he's carving out a niche for government institutions on the blockchain. Countries to facilitate contracts on the blockchain where maybe there's a second layer of encryption that goes along with that, right? So it's visible on the block. I mean, you can see the transaction on the blockchain chain, but in order to access it, maybe you need some certain type of encryption from the that's provided from the sender that the receiver must input or sign off on via the transaction, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just tossing it up in the wind. Who knows how it's going to go? But I feel like, like you said, that's what the blockchain is for. But I believe that there'll be another layer to that to attract those other players out there who may want to utilize the blockchain but utilize it in a different way. I just think he's offering almost like when you have these different softwares out there that offer different packages, right? To me, stealth is another part of the blockchain package deal or option that's available that he's talking about, maybe for different types of institutions. Who knows? But yeah, I look forward to the discussion today. Glad to have you back. Man, awesome to see you in here. 0095 Furion, see Zero in here, man. Man, this week is going to be a great week. Every week is good. Every week is progression, and I look forward to the discussion. Thanks a lot, Kev. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to do a quick reset of the room. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ENS Updates, which I'm potentially thinking about rebranding to Web3 Updates. I don't know yet. I'm just thinking more big, more globally. There should be no reason why we don't have 1,000 people in this room. I don't know if the word ENS is potentially limiting us. Who knows, right? It's still a thought process at this point. But anyway, this is ENS Updates. We do the show every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to about 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is an open forum for the entire community. So if you want to share your thoughts, questions, frustrations, anxieties, whatever it may be, feel free to come on stage and get that out, and we can have an open discussion about it. I do have the ENS Visions team on the panel as well today. Thank you guys for joining the panel. Furion and 00 means a lot. Where you guys do so much for the community, and yet you guys are still involved in the community. So to have you guys on the panel is absolutely amazing. We'll get to you in just 1 second. But before then, I do want to say what's up to Ron. Ron, how was your trip, man? Where are you now, brother?
Yeah, just landed. I'm just getting off an airplane from Cape Town and Johannesburg and catching a flight back tonight. So I don't know. I'll be home in another 40 hours or so. But yeah, I wanted to jump on and see what's going on, man.
Wow, man, Ron, you sound exhausted, bro. You've been around the world and back. So Thank you for jumping on, man. But good luck. Good luck getting home, brother. I appreciate you jumping on.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Wednesday I'll be back in my normal pattern. Probably have a little jet lag, but not sure tomorrow if I'll be on a flight or land in Atlanta. But I'm here now, so looking forward to the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. 0095, got to tap in with you, brother. How you doing, man?
Yo, amazing, bro. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. I was gonna say, ENS is about to, bro. This space is about to be, it's gonna be the number one space. Like, regardless, do not change that. Do not change it to Web3, bro. Keep it the same. Like, the ENS adoption is what's gonna make it the biggest space. So, I'm so glad to see everybody on stage, man. Like, Fury, and what's up, bro? I just gotta say what's up real quick. Like, I haven't seen you in a minute. I mean, been in spaces with you in a minute, man. What's up, bro?
Yeah. Thank you for real quick. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the confirmation. I'll keep it as ENS updates, and as the space grows, the space will grow. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but yeah, Theory and 00. What's up, y'all?
Hey, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon. Depends where you are, wherever you are. Have a great day. Have a great week. We actually don't count days in ENS Vision. We work Monday to Sunday and then all the way back again. So it's just a normal day in ENS like any other. I'm really glad to hang out with you guys, Kev, the NFTverse, Master, Ron, 000095, and everybody else listening. Always a pleasure to be here with in ENS updates with you, Kev, and the NFTverse. A lot of things going on. We are keeping the pace we started with. We just releasing every couple of days something. I just wanted to say we're migrating some data. So for the next hour or two, there might be some smaller bugs on ENS Vision, but it will be resolved really quickly. It's just normal when relocating some stuff and moving some data. So nothing special, no need to worry. That's about it. I wanted to tell you that we are expanding. We are building a bigger team now, and you can expect a lot of surprises from us almost every week in the future. Like one of our priorities right now is the bulk listing and bulk offering. And one other priority is to get notified by Telegram. That should be out most likely by the end of this week or maybe beginning of the next one latest, because people need notifications, of course. Email notifications will happen after that, but first, Telegram notifications. It's even more anonymous because you don't have to give your phone number for Telegram. You can just have a username, and a lot of people, and you can actually put your username into your ENS. So if you use your ENS like a business card or something with your Twitter handle, you can always add your Telegram handle. That's some of the news we're working on right now. That's about it. I just wanted to comment on what Master said about Brantley. I completely agree. Brantley did amazing work for ENS, and he was actually just removed from one position in ENS core, but he was not fired or quit or anything. And it was about his personal opinions, which didn't influence his work at all. So me personally, I don't agree with his personal opinions, but I truly respect Brantley for all his work he did for ENS. Yeah, so that's just a short notice from me. I'm going to let somebody else speak now.
Wow, Farion, thank you for some of those updates that's coming to ENS vision. I keep saying this, right, and I truly believe this. OpenSea was built in the bear market of, before the 2021 boom. OpenSea was quietly behind the scenes building with their heads down, and now they're this huge conglomerate that we see today. I'm getting the same type of vibes with you guys, right? I'm getting the same type of vibes. And by no means am I saying you guys are going to be OpenSea or as big as OpenSea. Who fucking knows, right? But what I do know is that there is a market for ENS domains, and what you guys are doing is a top class, state of the art experience that you guys are providing us, right? So. Who knows, man? In the next 2-3 years, this ENS vision, I truly believe ENS vision to be a major powerhouse in this space, and I really do mean that, man. But I'm gonna step away just for a couple. I have to take a call. I'm gonna step away. But 00, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? I just came in to say hi. Especially show my appreciation for 5159 Master NFT verse. I see Ron. I took a look at all your photos on your posts. Beautiful. And 0095, and of course Ferry and my teammate at ENS Vision. Today ENS Vision did the biggest sale. I think it was 50 ETH, right, Ferian?
Yes, correct. The pinned tweet on this spaces is I forgot to say that it wasn't sold on OpenSea. It was sold on ENS Vision.
Yes.
But we work with the same contract as OpenSea, so the ENS sales bot picked up that information from OpenSea API. Actually, I wanted to thank both the buyer and the seller for the biggest sale on the ENS Vision so far, and that's 066.eth for 50 Ethereum.
That is just great news for ENS Vision. It shows a lot of trust on the platform. So I just wanted to come up and say thank you, and I appreciate this morning show. Usually Mondays I do real life business. I own a restaurant. So on Mondays I have my business tend to, but I try to catch this show every time I'm available.
Definitely. Thanks, Zero. Thanks for tapping in this morning. Yeah, man. You guys are doing a great job with ENS Vision. I try to make sure I check it all the time. I may actually bother Furion sometimes. He knows that I'll reach out to him sometimes. I love to hear the updates that are going on and what you guys are building. And when I look at ENS Vision and I know where it started from, and I see where it's at today, man, I can imagine where it's going to be at a year from now. I mean, it's going to be a freaking machine, man. I love it. So, man, keep up the good work, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. We got somebody with their hand raised. I think it's Loaded Lion. Welcome to the morning show. What's up?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I just wanted to ask just two questions. Just been trying to navigate my ENS names. I wanted to ask probably a simple thing for you guys. What's a grail?
Oh, you want me to? Oh, what's a grail? Let me, Master. You want to take that? You want to tell him what's a grail, Master, if you don't mind?
I mean, I'm a Chinese. English is not my mother language, so all the words, single words that I know of, that most Chinese know of, is a grail. I'm not sure if that is a correct,
No, cause I've been seeing like in the ENS spaces like something about grails. I just didn't know exactly what that meant.
Yeah, just to kind of sum it up, I think a lot of people define grails as something that's just familiar, right, or popular. And in the ENS world, it's usually either the digits would be considered grails, like the 3 digits, the 4 digits. Those have high liquidity, so those would be considered grails right now. The short words let's say for instance cities or states or countries, These are things that have wide range use case out there in the world in real life that people are used to seeing. Those would be considered grails, right? Even if you think about certain industries or insurance or finance, you'll see a lot of these things. I don't know if you have like the ENS bid bot or the ENS sales bot. If you
Yes, I
follow,
do.
yeah, if you start to look at some of those words, in phrases that are out there, in digits that are being sold. Those are the ones that I would say are the most popular in the stage that we're in right now for ENS. So it kind of gives you an idea of what people are purchasing right now.
So,
So
so it's a lingo. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I just didn't know if it was actually something in ENS. I see now. Thank you.
yeah, it varies, bro.
I got one last question. I seen some people with the ENS, they have like a photo behind it. Can you touch on that at all? Like
You
how they
said that
get it?
if they have an ENS domain with the emoji behind it, is that what
No,
you're saying?
not emoji. Like I be seeing like some of them have photos behind the ENSs. Was that fake?
Avatar.
Oh,
Avatar.
yeah, the avatar. Yeah, Furion. Yeah, Furion. If you want to touch on that real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you can actually add a custom avatar to any of your ENSs. I have Can you reach out? I have a video tutorial on how to put an avatar on your ENS, and I'll share it with you. And we shared it a couple of times publicly on ENS Vision Twitter and my personal Twitter, but I'll share again. And it's an easy YouTube video tutorial, step by step, and you can actually set your avatar through ens.app to any ENS you want to use or sell. Some people use avatars to get more visuals to present their ENS for sales. And some people use those avatars just for their avatars and PFPs. So I can actually share the tutorial and help you out.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm about to shoot you a message right now. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Thanks for tapping in this morning, Loaded. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me up to ask my questions. I really appreciate that. I'm still new to the whole ENS scene, so I'm still just been trying to navigate and just improve my knowledge in it. So we all here to make a little bit of money in the long run. So just trying to pick up as much as I can.
Yeah, stay engaged, man. Stay engaged. Tap in as often. 3D architecture came up. NFT. What's up? How's it going this morning? 3D. Are you there? Okay. I guess 3D didn't want to say anything. Anna, hey, what's up? How you doing this morning? Thanks for popping into the show. What's going on?
Of course, thank you. Is this the best morning show on Twitter, period? Like all of Twitter?
I would say it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that should be your tagline, right? Best morning show on Twitter. Yeah, thanks, guys. I love this show. Thank you for the updates. I just wanted to, I didn't request, but thank you for letting me up. 50 ETH, I think that is freaking amazing. First, the biggest sale on ENS Vision. And there is a new feature on ENS Vision that I just wanted to mention real quick, and it shows you how many of each like how many of something of each club has in their wallet. Sorry, I'm saying this totally wrong, but maybe 00 can help me out here. So it shows wallet distribution. That's what it is. So that I think that's really cool, because I was looking at the Arabic 3 digits and the 999 club, the 3 digits. So that the people that have the most of these digits obviously have really high conviction in them, right? So I just thought that was very interesting. I don't know, maybe 00, can you explain that a little better than I did?
Yeah, it just shows the holder, how many. First, it shows each wallet that holds the most, let's say 10K club. So if you go on 10K club right now, it gives you collection, activity, holders. So if you click holders, it gives you a graph and the wallet address of how many that wallet holds. So the number one wallet holds 133 10K, 4 digits in his wallet. So number two wallet will have 75 4 digits in his wallet, and so on. And it gives you a graph of how many each wallet holds per club. So you can go to any of these clubs and go to holders, and you can figure out who's holding the most or how it's distributed.
I really like that feature. I think it provides a certain level of transparency, and maybe when you look at it, legitimacy towards the true distribution of those particular projects, or not, maybe not projects but clubs, right? So I think that's always a good time, a good thing that you can see that type of transparency. So yeah, thank you for providing that particular feature. I don't know who thought about that feature, but that's a really great feature. I like that. Kenzie, I see Kenzie came up. What's up, bro? How's it going? Thank you for joining the morning show.
How you doing, Kev? No, always a pleasure. It was just a question to Zero Farion about how long are we looking until the notification comes out for getting an offer on your name?
I'm sorry, what did you ask about notifications?
How long until, how OpenSea, for example, if I get a bid on OpenSea or someone buys my name, I get a notification by email. How long until that's going to be with us on Vision?
So Telegram notifications should be up in next 7 to 10 days, and email notifications should be up in next 2 to 3 weeks. I would kind of put an accent on, I usually say, if I say 10 days, it'll probably be sooner, but just in case something comes up, we will have sales and bids bot on Twitter, and Telegram notifications will 99% sure that it will be up in the next 7 to 10 days, and email notifications should be up in the next 2 to maximum 3 weeks.
Right, amazing. And last question, what's the next rollout you're most excited for, if you're allowed to say it or not?
Well, there will be some surprises this week, some collaboration. We're working on a chat inside the ENS Vision, so you will actually be able to contact any buyer or seller directly. And that's one of the, we consider that we already use BlockScan chat, but we noticed that BlockScan chat is quite underrated and not really used. So we are working with someone. The announcement will come up probably in the middle of this week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, and we will implement a chat. That's the biggest, rollout this week. The next one is the notifications and bulk listing and bulk bidding. From the feedback I get from the community, I can see that's one of the most demanded features on ENS Vision. In the meantime, we will provide some of the smaller features, like you noticed, different display of data. If you go to categories and you check any club, you can see top 10 holders, data like something like that. We have a general idea of providing as much data as possible to any users. So some people use a lot of marketing, influencers, shit posting. we just provide a lot of data to attract more users. We think that's the best long-term strategy, because we have created a 4-year plan. That means we plan to stay in ENS for a long time, to build a lot of small tools and provide a lot of data to any buyer or seller, or, well, actually user on ENS Vision.
Nah, cheers for that, man. As I say, you know me, I'm a big supporter of you guys, and yeah, always promoting you guys. So yeah, cheers for that.
Yeah, I respect the support from you and from a lot of you here, speakers and listeners. We get a lot of feedback from you, which is really the most important thing for all of us. Because if we listen to users, if we listen to our supporters, which buy and sell and register and flip and hold and have short-term and long-term strategies, actually all the information we get from you is what has built ENS Vision so far.
Yeah, thanks, Furion. Great questions, Kenzie. Before I go to some of the other speakers, I had a quick question, Furion. Maybe you can kind of touch on maybe a couple of these features. You don't have to dig into all of them, but when you talk about notifications, are those notifications related to maybe getting a notification on an expiring domain that you may own, and also maybe those notifications possibly will notify me when one of the things that maybe I have marked as favorite, the price goes down, so it would shoot me a message and say, hey, this NFT versus price just went down. Now you may want to go out and take a look at it and possibly purchase it. I don't know. Is that kind of what you mean by certain notifications?
There are a couple of levels of notifications. The first ones will be definitely about bidding and sales. After that, we can build on top of that, like you can set you mean like a custom notification system that you can actually choose what do you want to be notified about. Yeah, that is a long-term idea. What will be released soon is just bids and sales for now, but we can build on top of that. Like I said, we are all about data, providing data, so wider notification system is definitely planned, but I cannot tell the exact timeline of it, because our ideas list is getting bigger and bigger, and we really want to build almost everything we get, from feedback. Your question is amazing, and it actually gives us, a confirmation of the directions we're heading at. So yes, it is already on the ideas list. I cannot guarantee the exact time. Like if you want to put some, you meant like if you want to put some ENSs to your favorites, to your watch list, and then get notified if the price go down or it's being sold or something. Whatever it is on your watch list, you want to custom market for certain information and then receive the notification for it. That's what I understood, and that's a wonderful idea. We didn't go that wide, but now that I actually listened to you, I feel we should even work it out a little bit more and expand whatever option there is to get notified when you come to your profile, set notifications, and then just a couple of check boxes or something, notify me for my watch list and so on. I really, really like it, and I will put another exclamation point to that idea in our ideas list. Thanks.
Perfect. Thanks, Furion, for that. Hey, Kenzie, I'm gonna come back to you I just want to go to a couple of people that came in here earlier. 805.eth. Welcome to the morning show. How's it going?
Good. Good morning. I just have a quick questions. Want to just ask the panel. Before I ask the panel, I want to state that I'm a proud owner of ENS domains, and I know some digits and I know some words as well. And I also see many influencers, celebrities, and smart people in the space owns ENS domains. So ENS it is a dominant player in the domain services space now. But my question is that what is the differentiator that ENS has to offer that separates itself from the competition? Because I'm looking at this as a long run, a long game, right? Like I'm thinking, hey, my 3 digits is gonna worth like 100 ETH in like 2 years, 3 years, or whatnot. But like I'm looking at like Binance may have their own domain services. You may have unstoppable domains. Like there's a few others that's out there. I just wondering, like maybe I just don't know enough. Like I was wondering, what is ENS that ENS has that others don't, and how can we maintain that edge over the others in the long run?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. First of all, we need to separate that question into two parts. Because ENS is .eth, so that represents Ethereum. So that question is really about how and why Ethereum will be the strongest smart contract moving forward. Why Binance or Binance Smart Chain or Solana or other possible smart contract blockchains cannot beat Ethereum, right? Because we are all here. And we do believe Ethereum will be the final answer for the smart contract part of blockchain. And in the past couple of years, we see a lot of different, so-called Ethereum killer, but eventually they ended up nothing. And that only makes Ethereum stronger and stronger. So as long as you believe Ethereum is the final answer, or most probably the final answer of that chain. So I don't think .eth has anything additional to do to beat, like Binance or Tezos or Solana or other chains. But that's the first part of the question and the answer. And the second part is regarding within Ethereum, what other suffix can do and what .eth can do. The only simple thing is that .eth is supported and blessed by Ethereum community. And Vitalik handles have that Vitalik.eth on his Twitter handle, which means the ENS is just like the true heir of so-called Ethereum. And other suffixes, everyone can build your own service, but the thing is that those wallets and browsers won't connect your service. And all the wallets and browsers proactively approach ENS and want to integrate with ENS, because that will make those wallets and browsers more valuable once they do so. But imagine if it's some for-profit commercial service like UD Unstoppable Domain, the .crypto. These domains, they need to pay each wallet and address because there is no native belief. There is no native face on these product. They are the commercial. So commercial always talking about the contract agreement. But ENS is different. It's just like King's brother, the true heir, and we need to do nothing. As long as Ethereum can beat other chains, then I believe we should be good. And moving forward, I think besides the name wrapper is going live, and another great deal is the Ethereum upgrade, right? Over to the L2. So that is also a big deal. Once that is confirmed done, and with very limited of the impact or any accident, which I don't think that will happen in most cases. And that will make another solid proof that Ethereum will be the only answer in the next at least 5-10 years. And ENS is definitely the true, the only ones that everyone knows and everyone just can rest assured to treat it as .com in the next decade. I don't think there's a doubt on that. So yeah, just stay tuned and let's just witness these together.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question, 805. Thanks a lot for bringing that up. Kenzie, I want to come back to you. I know you had your hand raised earlier. I told you I'd come back to you. Yeah, go ahead, Kenzie.
Yeah, cheers. It was basically touched on what you said about notifications. No master has this issue, and Zero, I don't know, and you probably don't. But if you have really good names, is there any way of having like a minimum like notification bid? Because obviously you get these silly lowball offers from Gem, and I'm constantly getting bloody emails through. You know, is there any way of like raising that limit to say, you know, don't contact me unless it's say 2 ETH plus or something?
I think Varian could answer that better, but that is a very solid a question. It'll be I'll let Varian answer. I would love to see that as well, obviously.
You mean to have some limitations on who can contact you through the chat I was talking about?
No. Example, like when I wake up, I've got loads of emails with like stupid, like someone's say offered you, you know, 0.001 for say Sky.eth, for example. It's just like, you know, it's a ball ache, and it happens quite a lot to a lot of my names. It's just like I'd rather just like have a button I can go, you know, so it won't contact me unless there's a serious offer on the table.
A minimum bid, Varian. So I can take Sky from you. You can send it to me. I don't mind getting emails for Sky.eth. I can help you out, Kenz.
Well, listen, I'm quite envious of you because your email folder is obviously quite empty, but yeah, it is becoming a pain now, and obviously I hope Fission can adjust this. I know can adjust this.
That's a good idea.
I'd hate to see Master's email box because I know the amount of grails he's got. He must be bombarded.
That's actually a good idea to when you set you can actually to have an option. Don't notify me if the offer is below, I don't know, XYZ. That's what you mean.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That would be very handy, definitely.
Yes, making a note and putting it on the ideas list. Thank you. That's we were thinking about it, but confirmation from other users help us with our top list of priorities, and I will definitely make a note of that. That's a really good thing to have in the notifications. Thanks.
Yeah, many thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Kenzie. Yeah, let's go over to Shani. Shani, are you there? Loseit.eth. Are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, just to kind of touch on something else really quick, guys. Number one, Zero and Furion, you guys are truly building what you guys have said before is a one-stop shop, which is amazing. I mean, to be able to go on to ENS Vision and not have to leave it and be able to build everything you can in order to manage and your portfolio of .eth domains is amazing. And I know it's going to be, for me, it's user friendly, right? It's that first step toward building a user experience along with the user interface. Yeah, man, you guys are doing great. So Shani has her name, his or her, I don't know. What's up? What's going on? Welcome to the morning show.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I just wanted to ask, I thought about a feature, like maybe you guys have thought about it already, but it's basically like Dutch auction listings. I thought about it and I saw someone like bring it up like in a post, and I thought it would be a really cool idea. So what do you guys think about that?
It's already on to-do list. We just didn't consider that as a high priority. We have quite a big roadmap, and by the end of this year, most of those suggestions will be online. It's just the matter of how we prioritize things at the moment, and we have a lot of notifications. We are reworking our category thing. It will be completely different. Like we're gonna publish every single category that will be submitted, unless it's offensive or something. That will be submitted to our GitHub repo, and then we will add some extra like real life categories, like for example business, apparel, fashion, transport, and stuff. So we will do double filtering, and categories are one of our greatest priorities, because that's where we get the most information from. After that, Dutch and English auctions, but that should be probably in a couple of months, 2, 3, maybe 4 months. Before that, like I said, there are notifications, there are categories, there is the subdomain app, there is a possibility, well, a very big possibility of subdomain, like a mini marketplace for subdomains, both for owners of the root domains and for the buyers of subdomains, and so on. Our list is huge, but we do have Dutch auction and English auction already in the ideas. It probably will happen in the autumn or winter of this year.
That's cool. It's cool to know that it's on your radar, and like you guys are working on a bunch of stuff. You know, some of the stuff I think are really unique ideas, like the Dutch auction, the description in the listings, the types of notifications, like all that stuff. I think it's amazing. So, yeah, thanks for letting me know, bro. Good job.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for tapping into the morning show. Appreciate it. Yeah, Just Shields. I see you got your hand raised. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, NFT Worse? GM brother, GM 5119 Master. We see Zero Coin in here for Jan. You know, a lot of great leaders in this space. So first of all, thank you for hosting the ENS updates, man. You know, it just truly inspires and gets my day fired up. Absolutely, just to hear all the great news. You know, to be very honest, this is one of those type of news I actually look forward to, because you know, when you watch the real news, you know, there's not much of a good news. And I feel this is a great transition for people that are sick and tired of the regular news to now transition into the ENS updates news, because it's nothing but the positives and great what's actually going to happen in the future and how things are being conducted. So, you know, thank you for hosting this place, man. Like, you guys definitely changed the whole arena up in here. So really appreciate that. And, you know, I also heard, if I'm not correct, feel free to correct me, that, you know, today is history in making for the ENS vision. If that's correct, like they hit the highest 50 ETH sale. And if that is correct, you know, I just want to say congratulations to you guys. Could you just confirm that if that's correct, please, for Jan or 00 Coin?
Yes, it is correct. 066.eth was sold on ENS Vision for the price of 50 ETH.
Wow. Guys, at this time, any win is a big win. You know, this is that biggest win that everybody's looking forward to for the years to come. This is the time where everybody's heart go out, man, because whoever did it, that one person did it and has now paved the way for us to break the ranks. So, you know, definitely a great shout out to you guys. Congratulations in the history in the making. And just wanted to say, like, you know, I'm so glad that I'm able to speak right now, and thank you for allowing me to speak. But, you know, thank you for allowing Just Shills to be part of that milestone that you achieved. So I just want to say thank you for breaking the barriers. Thank you for taking it to the next level. Host, thank you for maintaining this, and thank you. Like, you guys have, I'm sure you guys have so many other things to do, but the fact that you all come together and build this positive vibe just for everybody to start their day fresh, man. So thank you guys. Much appreciated.
Thanks for tapping in, Just Shields, man. Appreciate all the kind words. Yeah, definitely. You know what? I had another question for you, for Zero and Furion, really quick. As part of the chat inside ENS Vision, when you guys start implementing that piece, would you say that all users would need to connect their wallet in order to interact with the chat? Am I right about that?
Yes, that is correct. You will actually connect. Everything will go through wallet. So everything we do is actually through your ENS and through your wallet. The chat will be verified. There will not be an option for someone to, represent as somebody else. There will be no imposters or anything. You will have to log in with your wallet.
Perfect. Thank you. I did see Magnum 1289. You've been up here for a while. I didn't get a chance to get to you. Welcome to the morning show. What's up, bro?
Good morning. I was ecstatic to see Vitalik throw up this idea out there, because I really feel that people are waiting from some direction when it comes to stealth addresses. I feel that it will be quite important going forward. Unfortunately, the blockchain is transparent and on all of that. I say unfortunately just because, big brands don't like that much transparency. And if we want them to come to our sandbox, there's a need for some opacity, just with regards to transferring names and how much was paid, how much was not. And I mean, there's a can of worms there, right? Some things might be shady, some might not. But I feel like for the big boys to jump in, this is probably one of the reasons, or maybe is one of the things they're waiting for, to have brokers or to have a way to circumvent a little bit the transparency of the blockchain, which, again, is a caveat, but I'll say it is good and might come with some drawbacks as well. With regards to another point that I wanted to mention is, and I wanted to ask the room, I was thinking about this concept of fractionalization and tokenization, and I'm not sure which one will be prevalent. Might be a 50-50, a tug of war between tokenizing and fractionalizing your ENS, but I'm not sure. What do you guys think?
I'll take it. I haven't, just to be honest, 1289. It's something that's ran across my mind before, but I really haven't kind of sat down and kind of really compared the two to determine, which one would, most likely, be the go-to option. But man, I'm not here to limit the actual the development and evolution of the space. I mean, either one of those can work, and either one of those could possibly be a potential option, that can be integrated easily at some point in time. So, I don't know. I'm just being honest. You just don't know. I never want to limit it. And with all the tools that are being built out there and all the code that could be built, it would probably be a point in time where those smart contracts will be easy to implement, no matter what you own, to be able to kind of put those kind of things into fruition and build them out. So, Anna, I don't know if you want to touch on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think in general with like NFT PFPs, fractionalization makes more sense, personally to me. But I thought what NFTverse said was great, where we don't want to limit. Obviously, anything is possible. But I think fractionalization makes more sense because, for example, if you have a very valuable PFP, and everybody will want, not everybody, excuse me, but people will want a piece of it, right? Because they think the value will continue to go up. So I think that in that same way, domains have that kind of value that over time, as Ethereum becomes the more dominant chain, it already is, but as it becomes the more dominant Web3 space, I think our domains will, the high quality domains will go up in value, and people will want a piece of that. I think, I personally, I think fractionalization makes more sense.
Something that I wanted to add, I think I would also agree. I would lean with fractionalization in terms of making more sense. Like, let's say there's some that's like really expensive, for example, and like, people want to own shares of it. Like, I think there's actually like a Web2 company. I think it's called Otis, if I'm not mistaken. And there's like a lot of like collectibles, for example, that you could own like shares in. You could buy like a share of like a CryptoPunk, for example, for like however much, and you own that percentage of it. So I could see something like that with domains. In terms of tokenization, like I think I would say that they're already like tokens. Um, and you can tokenize a lot of things. Like you can tokenize like real estate property. Like you can tokenize like stores. Like you can tokenize documents, like with soulbound documents. That's like a whole nother thing. So in terms of like investing for other people or to help or to give that opportunity, I think you would have to fractionalize it so people could own shares of it. But yeah, that's what I think.
Awesome. Awesome conversation on that topic. See, Smart Glasses has his hand raised. What's up? Welcome to the morning show.
Hey man, yeah, thank you for having me on. Thanks for hosting the space as ever. I just wanted to just ask Furion a quick question on about the ENS categories. Do all the categories have to be like finite in their size for them to become a category and be featured on ENS?
What do you mean finite?
Well, like the 10K club, is limited to 9999 domains. You can only have 10,000 kind of numbers in the 10K club. So it's just like when I look at the categories, they seem to have a defined number. So 10,000, and there's 9,000 of those listed, for example. Does that not make sense?
I'm sorry, either you got drugged or maybe my signal is bad. I kind of heard a part of it. Just to let you know, soon we are actually giving full control of the categories to the community. So we will not do anything about categories except uploading them to ENS Vision. So whatever is going to happen with a category, that will be decided by the market and by the committee. We will have absolutely no influence on that.
Oh, okay, I get you. So if the community decided that they wanted like a metaverse related domain category, then there's every chance that might get included. Cool. All right,
yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can I jump in real quick, Furion? Can you explain to the community how we're doing categories now, and if category additions are halted at the moment? Because every day we, people mistake us that we add the categories and then we make the decisions through GitHub or Discord.
Yeah, that's a common problem that people actually think we create categories. So we don't. We haven't created a category since we were just a bulk search tool, and we created a 10K club dictionary. That it was a dictionary at that point, and people just registered from the dictionary. We have an open source repository on GitHub, and you can actually create any category you like and submit it through our GitHub repo. At the moment, all categories are on hold. We are not releasing any new categories, but that will change in next week or two. Then we will release all categories submitted so far and give the control to the community. It will happen really soon, week, 2, maybe 3 weeks tops. So the only thing about category is, first, you create the list Second, you have to build the community. If you just create a list and there is no people supporting that list, is there any logic on releasing a category like that? I don't think so. If you have like, I don't know, couple of thousand of supporters of your category, your club on Twitter, and especially if you have a Discord along with Twitter account, that means you are actually building the community. And that is the only condition that can actually influence the position of your category and when and how it will be released. The only accent is to build the communities, and that's what we wanted when we opened the GitHub repo to the community to actually give the freedom to anyone to suggest the category. The condition is to build the community. Don't just be like 10 people minting some weird names and then suggesting a category. If there's like 5,000 of you, that means you have built something. We want to inspire people not just to participate, to collaborate with us. We want to inspire people to build communities, to interact, to onboard more people into it. If it's like 20 of you creating category, and then you just want to pump and dump. It's not a, okay, somebody wants to pump and dump, but if you want to really build, if you think long term, you will create a club. You will recruit more people, onboard more people. That was the whole point of categories. And now about the existing categories and additions to existing categories, there will be an option. There is an option actually on GitHub to add something to already existing category. You cannot add to 10K Club because it has been minted a long time ago, and it has a finite number of ENS, and that's it. But there are a lot of suggestions and inquiries about adding first names, last names, male, female, non-English, English, whatever. The thing is, that's quite a big problem because I have seen some of really valid suggestions or additions to an existing categories, but people seem to mint deviations of names, and we're still thinking about the solution, how to add, how to actually judge if that's a real name or not. Because I have an example. A guy sent me his addition to a first name male category, and he sent me the name, and I googled that name, and that name was used in the United States of America 25 times since 1880. So should I add that to the dictionary or not, to the category? And this is the point where if we refuse, if we decline a name, somebody will get salty, even though technically this example, technically the guy was right. So 25 people in the last 140 years actually had that name. So technically he is right, and he should add that name. But where do we get with that? And I don't even want to mention the deviations on certain name. What I have seen, the suggestions from the community, it's amazing. You can have 3 letters in your name, but it can still be deviated to 20 different names just by changing one letter, and everybody wants to be categorized. It's not so what do we do? Do we hire a linguist? Or do we hire multiple experts? We would need a team like 10 or 20 people, like creating a new encyclopedia or something. and we would still get some salty comments because we didn't include something, and something else we did include. This is a very, very difficult political and philosophical question on what to include and what not. And that's the main reason we want to give full control to the community, and just whatever you want to, just list it. And then we will see, we will let the community and the market decide. And that's a great burden we're getting rid of, because it's impossible to please all people, and a lot of people think they have a grail, but in real life they actually have a deviation of something they will probably not be able to sell for more than, I don't know, $50 or $100 or $200.
Can I jump in real quick to add on to this? I apologize. To add on to this, there's no reason for us to deny a club unless it's not a valid club. I'm on Twitter all day, so pretty much what I do is I answer all these questions. So if, just say for a club, so if you have a club and you don't get any response, or it's not added to our list, we get a lot of salty comments, which is fine because we take the praise. We should be able to take the hate as well. But the community has to understand, we don't decide what gets on. I mean, the community decides. If you have enough demand, then obviously Furion and the team takes a look at it, vets it, and then it gets added. Just because it doesn't get added at this moment doesn't mean it won't be added in the future. So also, that this is why we are handing over the clubs or categories to the community so they can decide. And exactly what he's said before, there's no reason for us not to, because it builds a community, it onboards new users. But, like, I read all of these comments, and which is valid. I mean, I understand if you get salty, if your club doesn't get added right away, or if your wait time is a little longer than usual. But this is why we come into the spaces. We try to deliver the news and reply to any of these questions.
Yeah, you've answered my question pretty much exactly as I wanted. So just to kind of get this clear in my head, then, so all of the clubs need to have a list, and then once you've been given that list, then it could be modified in the future or not. But to get it listed, it needs to have a finite amount, which is kind of what my question was. It needs to have a designated kind of number to be submitted, such as 1,000 surnames, and then that becomes that category.
Yeah, that could be one of the conditions to actually have. If you have a list like with 150 names and no support from the community, the thing is, if you are creating a new club and you're building the community, so you're working with someone. If you're working with someone, you will definitely submit a list with more than 100 or 1,000 or maybe 10,000 names. So yeah, I definitely agreed that it should be some kind of minimum requirement. Along with other things, we monitored the distribution through wallets so far, so we didn't actually release some of the categories because we considered them as a pump and dump scheme. And we didn't want to do that, even though there were some, questions in the community that we are actually working for someone that was really, really low and completely not true. So a lower limit of what could be submitted built a community that already stands behind that suggestion for the club, and the verification that we actually monitor if we see some activity on a certain club's Twitter, that means it's active, something's going on, and that's what we will do, but we will not interfere in any names particularly and judge, this is going in, this is not going in. So we're going to allow everything, even the deviations of certain ENSs or whatever. The only thing we will pay attention to is the visual scams, like, for example, like using the letter L instead of number 1 and similar things. That should definitely be marked as not genuine and stuff like that. So we will take care of the data. We will set some conditions on minimum requirements, and that's it. But we will not get involved in judging is it a valid word or not. We will leave that with some type of voting or popularity to the community, and let the community decide. You can see on ENS Vision that some of the clubs have actually 0 volume, so that's the best proof. We have learned a lot from that.
One more thing. I apologize for jumping in. So I'm reading on Twitter, and someone made a comment. How much does it cost to list a club on? First, we don't take bribes. Second, it's an absurd statement that if someone is this salty to say how much does it cost to list, like we take bribes or something, that is so absurd. That I understand if you're not happy and your club is not there, but to accuse or to even ask is just ridiculous. It's something that I won't even reply to. It's just absurd. Like how we,
that is extremely offensive, and I can tell the price right away. The price to get your club listed on ENS Vision is $100 billion. So we're finished with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ENS Morning Show. We do the show every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There you have it. We don't take brides, but in the DMs, and maybe we could work something out if you do want to shoot me some meat. But with that being hey, listen, man, you got to hustle out here, right? You have to hustle. We have Kenzie with his hand up, and then Kenzie, you are our anchor leg, man. Take us home, and then we'll probably call this one a day.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Kev. Fairness or Zero, will you be doing promoted names? Example, if there's like a trend sort of that's going and it's going to be lasting a bit of time, could we pay you? Obviously, it benefits you because you get paid by doing it, but like have highlighted names. I remember when the very first day you launched your site, I was lucky enough to be chosen to have one of my names across your banner. Any ideas of that coming back?
Not at the moment. The thing is that doesn't fit in our design anymore. We did do the featured profiles and featured names for a while, and that was just for basic funding. But it's not on our to-do list anytime soon. We have a lot of content and providing a lot of data, so it's almost impossible to include featured names, featured DNS or featured profiles. It was a good idea at the beginning, but since we started providing more and more data, graphs and statistics and whatnot, it just doesn't fit in the design or the image we are doing right now. So I don't think that will happen again, unfortunately.
No problem.
Cheers. Yeah, I just want to say, man, what a beautiful moment in history that we're witnessing right now, right? Like I truly believe in a couple years, months, well, not months, probably in a couple of years' time, we'll look back and see how we all develop and grow and evolve as individuals in the space, outside of the space, right? Because that's what we're doing this for, right? We're early, we're here to evolve, we're here to grow. So I'm excited to see everybody's evolution. within the ENS space and the crypto and Web3 space over the course of the next 5 to 10 years. Because I do think we're here early. We're learning every day. We're building community every day. We're joking every day with each other. So, man, only good can come from this. It's not a sprint. It is a marathon, and I'm here for the marathon. But with that being said, y'all, I invite everybody back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing the show again and again after that, and again after that, and again after that. So there's no stopping anytime soon. So with that being said, y'all, give the speakers a follow. We have some phenomenal speakers on stage. The ladies and gentlemen who came up on stage to speak and share their thoughts. Thank you guys. Special thanks to my co-host, Master and NFTverse. Shout out to you, NFTverse, for holding it down while I had to take that call. But yeah, I'm out, man. I got to grab some food. But peace out, y'all.